Well, we're going to ask you in a second about the fan franchise vote, but because you've been on before and we had that interview at the beginning of the season, like what's happened in the meantime and like what has this season been like for you with Banana Ball?
Yeah, it's been pretty incredible. From the first conversation that we had, Brandon and Sammy, from when was that? April? Was that April? We had that
Something
conversation?
like
Think
that.
so,
Yeah, it was
yeah.
before you guys started, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, in the prep season, from April to right now in November, just an absolute incredible season, both tailgater wise and then banana ball wise as a whole. There were so many cool moments, and then obviously personally getting to experience a lot of really neat things and go to cool places and play with awesome people. Man, it's hard to pinpoint one thing that was like that was the coolest thing right there. There was just so many cool moments, and you realize as you play at these places, you play at big league parks, Pittsburgh, Philly, Cincinnati, Houston, that it's really cool playing at these ballparks that you grew up seeing on TV. And then there's also a side note where, man, like playing these stadiums that are only a few thousand people, there's pros to both. You can 40,000 people, it's so loud, and then you play in front of 4,000, and sure, it's not as loud, but man, you get to have such an impact on the people that are there. So understanding that dynamic throughout a season was really neat. And I think for me, we talked about a few of the goals I had in the beginning of the year. Doing unique trick plays, doing the around the world was awesome. Getting a hit in the unicycle, man, that was a long time coming. A lot of work into that. So overall, just an incredible season, and got to do it with some really special people. And those are the things, the relationships that you have is what carries on past Banana Ball and past whatever job you have. So I was grateful that I had some really good people by my side.
For
Yeah,
sure.
it was an incredible season. We were super excited every time to see you play, and you know, one of the coolest things for us was going to that game in Frisco and just seeing. It was a smaller stadium. Personally, I think that was my favorite stadium that we got to go to this year. That was a really cool minor league ballpark. I've never been there before, but it was such a it was the first headlining weekend for the tailgaters, and to see all of you guys just interact with the fans in a personal way. It was really cool. Yeah, just awesome stuff.
That was a really neat stadium, the way that it was set up with the lazy river in the back in right field, and then the Kentucky Derby style for the suites. That was really cool. And even before the game, doing our march for the first time as a headline tour, we didn't really know what that was going to look like, and doing our tailgater dance, I guess you could call it our signature dance. Those are things that you don't know going into the season, and then when you have your headline tour, you put it together, and then here it is. So that was a really cool series. You're right, Sammy. Very, very cool.
Yeah, so talking about this season, all the amazing moments, what are you feeling right now knowing that the fans picked you to come back next year, that they wanted to make sure whatever happens, we got to have sunshine on the tailgaters?
When I got the call that I had been, Coach Mick called me and he said, "Hey, you're coming back. You're coming back to Tailgaters." I just smiled. I was like, "Man, like the fact I was so humbled and honored. The fact there were so many fans that supported not only me but a lot of incredible individuals in this organization and all the tailgaters, and wanting us to come back and wanting me to come back as a tailgater. It meant a lot. It's cool that you have all these interactions with people after games and before games, and they just want to get to know you as an individual. Sure, you could play on the field and you can hit home runs and you can make really cool plays, but the beautiful thing about Banana Ball is that the fan interaction is so good. That's the priority in my opinion. And I absolutely loved interacting with fans during games, before games, after games, and the fact that there were so many votes for me in the fan vote, I was just so humbled by that because it's not like I didn't really know what to think. I was just so blown away. I was like, man, like the fact that so many people want me back here. It's like, oh wow. That is so cool. So I was really at a loss for words. All I could do was smile and say, "Wow!" I'm like, "This is incredible," and it's really encouraging going in 2026, knowing that I have so much support behind me from the fan base, and what a good feeling that is. So I'm truly blessed and so grateful for all the Tailgater fans, but all the Banana Ball fans too that voted. Like, oh, we love Sunshine. He's awesome, and he has the unicycle, all these cool things. That's cool trick plays. So it's a neat feeling, Brandon. Um, I'm very blessed. Yeah.
Very well deserved, I will
Well,
say.
thank you. Appreciate that.
Yeah, definitely. So now that you know that you're going to be on the Tailgaters, I'm sure you're starting to prep and starting to think a little bit about next season. Do you have any goals in mind for what you want to do with the Tailgaters next season?
Yes. So it's funny now that I have perspective of what a season is like. And now that we're having a longer season, we're having 60 games, all teams, not just the firefighters and tailgaters having 33 or whatever it was. I can kind of adjust my goals, and I would love to hit the 50 trick play mark. I know I said that earlier, and that didn't happen. So 50 trick plays, I think, is very doable. So I would love to hit that number, and especially with the equalizer point, hopefully, fingers crossed. There's no word on that right now, but I would love that to come back because that's just more incentive to do more trick plays. So that'd be really cool. So 50 trick plays, and then also I want to learn more skills on the unicycle, and I want to learn more juggling skills because at the headliner games, one of the things that I did before, kind of like how Ziggy does with balancing stuff on the dugout, I don't think I did in Frisco, but I think after that series I started doing this. I did like a juggling act, like on the dugout, and it was okay. I can do some variants of juggling, but now I'm learning different types of juggling techniques. I'm like, we're plussing the experience. We're making it way better than it was. So I'm learning new juggling techniques, which is cool. And then I'm learning. I would love this to be. I thought this would be a cool video and just pure entertainment at any game to learn how to hop up the stairs on the unicycle up a stadium. So I can hop
That would
as it
be
is right now, but I'm a little nervous. It's kind of like a date, maybe a little more dangerous endeavor. But I think the entertainment value versus the risk is very much worth it. Like I could learn how to get. I might need a smaller unicycle of some sorts. I gotta figure that out. But that is another goal. Hop up the stairs at each stadium I'm at during a game would be, or after a game would be electric. That'd be so cool.
Yeah, maybe start on the stairs that are a little bit wider for you.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. I looked at the stairs today in Grayson Stadium. Like these are kind of short. Like they're going up like this. I'm like, I might have to find a different stadium to do this at. But I think those are two goals I had right now that are unique to me. Obviously, I want to hit well. I want to field well. I want to win a lot of games. I want to win the championship. But for the goals I have specific to entertainment value for me right now, those are two I got, or three I got now.
That's
That's
awesome.
amazing.
All right, we got a comment in the chat that
We
I
got some
want to
chats. I
throw
open
up
this up a chat. Here we go. Here
from Brendan Norton, who I,
I was
I
gonna
know
go for
you
the same
know.
one.
Uh, Someone should make a documentary about this guy. So
Oh
yeah,
man, I wonder who that could be. I wonder who that could be. I want to give Brendan
yeah,
a shout out real quick because he came. You guys met in Frisco.
yeah. He's a great guy, great
Oh my
guy.
gosh, I can't speak more highly of him. I hope it's okay, Brendan, if I share this. We're There's a documentary for his capstone project, and he wanted to do it on my journey with the tailgaters and get the tailgaters perspective. And he is so professional in the way he goes about his work, and the setup that we had for the documentary when we got back to Savannah. It was so well run, and he did such a good job, in my opinion. And I'm really, really excited to see the finished product. So that will be coming soon, I'm pretty sure, Brandon. And man, the whole process of that, just getting to know him, getting to sit down and do a documentary style interview, and then get stuff in person as well in Frisco was really neat. So big shout out to you, Brandon. He did awesome with all that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we got to know him too, and he came with us to the championship game and did some videography for us, and yeah, just an awesome guy. That was a really funny comment. Wanted to give him a shout out too. That yeah, someone should make a documentary about Sunshine, and Brendan did. So hopefully we all get to see it soon.
for sure. Sunshine, going into next year, You can take this however you want. What are you most excited about? It can be top fields you're going to go to, coming back with some new players, just finding a new fan and giving them a good time, like whatever it is.
What am I most excited about for next year? I want to give a unique answer because I could tell you like what field I'm excited for. I'm excited to go to Portland, Maine because this past year Philly was the closest to my hometown right north of Boston, Massachusetts. So Portland, Maine, I think is only like an hour and a half or so away from the Boston area where I am at. So I'll have a lot of family and a lot of friends at that game, which will be really cool. But man, what else am I most looking forward to for next year? I think I'm most looking forward to, and this is more like general, and it's probably obvious, but the two new teams, they are really cool brands. Like really, really cool. In totally different ways. And I know I'm not on either of those teams, but the Indianapolis Clowns, the history of the Clowns and bringing that back. I'm reading the book Barnstorming to Heaven. It's basically the history of the Clowns and some of the Negro League teams and some of the players that had Goose Tatum in there and King Richard Tutt, I think is Tutt's nickname. And basically, this is like a lost like team essentially, and they in my opinion they were like the original Bananas. Like they were doing skits. They're the ones doing entertainment before games and really they were barnstorming across America, selling out stadiums, and they would go play these different teams. And I'm very fascinated by that it happened, and there's not a lot of video on it either. And now we're kind of bringing it back to life. That's so cool in my opinion. I love that. I think it's really, really neat. And then the Coconuts. I mean, it's hard not to like the Coconuts. Like when I was at the All-Star game in Clemson, I didn't play the first game, so I was just in the stands, unicycling around, having fun. I can't tell you the amount of coconut gear I signed. There were so many coconut gear, like hats and shirts. Like, oh my goodness! Like you would think this team would have already been playing a full season by now, and it's just and they're Crocco and Fox are great fits for coaches, and to have Shane Victorino and Ryan Howard by your side too. I mean, those are really really cool. Two new teams coming to Banana Ball for completely different reasons, but they're both going to do an amazing job, in my opinion. So that's probably what I'm most excited about in terms of Banana Ball as a whole, is that right there.
Love that.
Yeah, I'm definitely excited for that. When we watching the selection show and the clowns were announced, my jaw just kind of dropped. I was like, this is incredible for them to honor this team, to bring them back and really to have they're now the oldest team in the league. It's like somehow they brought in a team that's existed before and just like something I was not expecting at all. Just really, really cool. So yeah, really excited for all of that. But now, looking forward into the future again. You're gonna be coming back for the Tailgaters. This year it was the first year on the team. What's it gonna look like to be someone that's been on the team, kind of a leader on the team, and how are you going to like bring in? You could have up to 11 new guys on the team here. How are you gonna be as a leader bring those guys into the fold? What's that gonna look like?
Mm. Yeah, it's a really good question. We were lucky this past year to have three really good leaders that came from the party animals: Zach Blankenship, Taj Porter, and Jordan Hussein. And they were each leaders in different ways. Bam was hurt the entire season, but still just a testament to his character and who he is as a person, was a phenomenal leader off the field and also helping coach the guys. That he's a really good coach even when he was not playing. And I give him a lot of credit. It's not easy to be hurt and be as positive and upbeat and encouraging as he was. So big shout out to Bam. Taj is a big leader himself in the way he plays, the way he carries himself. He's a huge competitor. Like he loves to win. He's like the emotion's always there, and it's very contagious. And then Jordan Hussein, I mean, man, like he lets his play do the talking. He's a class act. He doesn't let the negative emotions get the best of him, and it's a very good attribute to have. So each of them being leaders in their own right. And the reason why I want to say that is because that's good for me to see of different leaders and how that works for this next season. It's like, okay, like, I see what they each have, and maybe I can take a little bit from Jordan, a little bit from Todd, a little bit from Bam, and bring it into my own leadership style, because my leadership style is a little different too. And the biggest thing that I've learned from kind of observing this past year and just trying to take it all in best I can is that, man, your character, like not your character like Sunshine, but like your character, who you are as a human being, is the most important thing, because we have this platform and have influence because there's so many kids watching us and coming to the games and watching online on social media. You need to make sure when something doesn't go your way to handle yourself in the best way. And if you go 0 for 4 or don't pitch well, to still go out into the stands, and people shouldn't know whether you went 0 for 4 or went 4 for 4. And after the game, same thing. And I think learning from those guys that, hey, this is just bigger than baseball. It's bigger than your performance. Like, for you to go out and make a fan's day, like, that is really the most important thing at the end of the day. And that carries beyond the field. That makes impact to all the fans that are there. And I'm really grateful for those guys to have seen that. And then I can kind of latch on to that this year. But, okay, I'm going to make sure I reemphasize that. Like, because they're really good dudes, and I agree with what they were saying. So I think for my leadership style moving forward, continue to be who I am, be upbeat, be talkative, get the guys going and all that, but make sure that everyone understands, the new guys especially, hey, like, your character is the most important thing, and that is the standard that's set, and those are the expectations that we're going to require for this next year. So big shout out to those 3 guys. They're awesome.
Yeah, that's all. That's
Yeah, no,
awesome.
I love the way you put that in, and I saw this. I saw this in the chat as well as on Instagram. Like, what did it mean to you seeing a kid dress up as you for Halloween?
Oh, that was awesome. That was so cool. That was not just one. I think it was 2. We had 2, at least in my knowledge, there was 2 fans.
So cool.
One of them was in my hometown, which was very special too, and one of them was a really close friend that came and visited a bunch of the games this year. And for both of them to dress up as Sunshine for Halloween, I mean, when you're a kid and you dress up as your favorite baseball player, you think the world of them. And for me now, in the shoes that I'm in, to look back and see a couple of kids dress up as me for Halloween, that is such an honor, because they think so highly of me. And that was the coolest thing. That like made my whole month. That made my whole October, was seeing that. The last day, Halloween, was seeing 2 kids dressed up as Sunshine for Halloween. It was very, very special. It's kind of hard to put into words, but I did the best I could right there. Yeah. Yeah. And the energy ball. I'm looking at the chat right here. One of them had energy balls, which was like the cherry on top. The cherry on top. Yeah.
That's so cool. Well, Sunshine, totally up to you if you have time and want to stay on, or if you need to get running. We just got the last coach pick for the Tailgaters on social media, so we'll probably jump into breaking that down.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Cool.
Do you have time? Would you like to stay on, or do you want to give the fans any last words?
I can stay on a little longer. Should I drop the news of who I mean, they're already saying it in the chat right now. Yeah,
Go for it.
I mean, this is
Let us know.
with no surprise. I should probably try to call him and bring him in here. Let's see. Let's see if we can get.
I think the link would probably work if
I was just gonna FaceTime him and just show him like this. I was just gonna FaceTime him.
Oh, heck yeah.
Let's see. This is very raw right here.
Yeah, so
that's what the people like.
This
They
is
just
awesome.
like just yeah.
while
Let's see.
While Sunshine's pulling that up, so we got obviously Taj Porter, Indy Stanley, and Sunshine with the fan votes. And then with the coach picks, we got John Reed, Mac Danford, Taylor Justice, Christian Davis, Travis Mignot, Zach Watson, Jordan Hussein, and finally, Nick Lopez.
What's up, boys?
There he is. There he is.
How you doing?
I don't mean to put you on the
Good,
spot right
good.
now, but I was going to give you an introduction for being the final and obvious franchise choice for the Tailgaters, and I just wanted to give you your due diligence and your respect and everything. So
Thank you.
hopefully you guys can see. Yeah, there we go.
Congratulations.
Let's go. Thank you, bro. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah,
I'm
of course.
excited to be a tailgater again. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Fear that.
Currently giving a hitting lesson right now.
Oh, hey. Oh, there you. I'll let you go. I'll let you go. Congratulations, man. Well deserved.
Later.
Peace, man.
Thank you.
There you go.
Oh, that is
Oh,
incredible.
that was perfect.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Mopey is very
great,
loved.
great.
Mr. Leisure.
Yeah, for sure. So I mean, obviously it's hard with the way that it's set up that some of the guys are not going to be coming back. But like knowing that core 11 that are going to be staying for the Tailgaters, like what are some of the things you're excited for with some of those guys?
Yeah, that's a good question because you want to have a core group of guys, and man, there were so many. I can't emphasize there were so many good dudes like on that team, and obviously good ball players too, of course. It's just it must have been so hard for the coaches to choose 8 guys. Like that's a really tough task because in professional baseball, the coaches don't choose the teams. It's all management and general managers and all that stuff. But this is like the coach. It's much more personal in that sense. And obviously, it's not personal if you don't get chosen. It's just more probably just numbers. I hate to say that, but it doesn't mean that if you don't get franchised that you're not a good player, not a good person by any means, because there are just so many good people and players in banana ball. But it is important to have a core group moving forward, especially longer term, because for the fan base, you want to have people like, oh, these are my favorite tailgaters, or oh, you don't want people jumping around from team to team because you want the fan base to understand, oh, these are the kind of the guys that are on that team. Like for example, like Bill Leroy, like you think of the Bananas, like Bill Leroy, always on the mic, always just so involved with the Banana. He's been on there for 8 years. Like Bill Leroy is a Banana. Like party animals, I'm sure you could think of people like right away that are the party animals. Like one guy I thought of was, I mean, Brett. I don't know if the franchises are out. Like I'm not sure if he's getting franchised, so I'm not sure how that works. But like I think of Brett Hilton because he's always on mic'd up on YouTube, and he's just so like he just screams party animal to me. And I don't know if he's getting franchised or not. I think he has a good shot too. But like those like Noah Fisher, Dalton Ponce, like you think about these guys that are so they're party animals. And then the firefighters, like same thing. Like Noah Bridges. I mean, man, we just saw Zach Bridges on here too. Like those are amazing people, and they're firefighters. Like firefighters, like you think of the firefighters, think of those 2 guys. So having that bigger core for a team is super important. Super important moving forward.
Yeah, for sure.
Cool.
Yeah, we're excited for that. So yeah, really looking forward to next year and all of the changes, and excited for the draft next week. And we're going to be covering that, and we're really looking forward to all of it.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. It's a crazy time in Banana Land right now. A lot of cool things going on from franchise, coach franchise to the draft. A lot of new players coming in, which is pretty cool because this organization is growing. Excuse me. So there's a lot going on, but a lot of good stuff. A lot of good stuff. A lot of growth.
Yeah, super exciting to see. But yeah, anything else that you've got for the fans that you want to make sure they know today?
Oh man, anything else I got? Anything else I got for the fans? Ooh wee. I gotta. So this is one thing I was gonna talk to Jesse about, and the Tailgaters playing a lot of football stadiums next year. Makes sense. We're the Tailgaters, obviously football stadiums.
Yeah.
I want to make sure that we can continue, and I mentioned this before, with the smaller stadiums having better fan, at least from my perspective, you can talk with the fans easier after games and whatnot. And just because of the sheer amount of people that are at football games, I want to make sure I can still have that, or we can still have that. Because I didn't get to play in the football stadiums this past year, so I should probably talk to the Bananas Party Animals who did play. But I just want to figure out a way to make sure that fan interaction can still happen to that degree. Because obviously there's a ton of people at these, literally tons of people at these games. And I want to make sure we give them the best experience we can. And I know the player interaction part is important to that, especially if you have young kids that look up to us as players. So I'm I know there's like a safety thing when you have 80,000 people. You can't probably have all the players out at once, that kind of thing. But I want to see what can happen with that and make sure that all the fans get where they come for, which is a great show, and then also to get just to see their favorite players and get to talk to them and that type of stuff. So that's what I'm for the fans watching right now. That's what I'm gonna try to work on best I can and just see what happens. So we'll see.
Love that. Well, saying from seeing you in person, like the stuff that you do for the fans was really incredible to watch. Really, really cool to see both off the field and then when you're on the field on the unicycle and getting the crowd roaring for a foul ball to see which section you're going to throw it to as you're going across the whole stadium. Like, just really, really well done. And I have no doubts you'll figure it out for a football stadium.
Yeah, I'm fired up to do that at a football stadium. Get the whole end zone fired up for a foul ball.
Yeah.
Oh man,
That's
you guys
awesome.
rock. You guys are awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you for doing this.
Well-
You know two better people to be doing this, and for everyone in the chat, you guys are awesome. Thank you for watching. You're with two of the best guys here. So who's next? Who's following me in this? Am I the last guy?
Yeah, you're the last guy.
You're the
So
last,
yeah,
you're
we're
the last guy, so
Man,
Yeah,
you can't be
we
saving. You think
appreciate
I'm the
it.
best for last? Man, you should have got Zach Bridges there on that one. Oh man,
well.
you guys
Well,
are great.
thank you so much for coming on. You're awesome, and thank you for taking It means a lot to us that you took a chance to come on our podcast when we were just starting out. So like, really means a lot to us, and the relationship we've been able to build with you. Really appreciate it. So again, thank you for coming on, and we'd love to have you on again sometime. And yeah, so thanks.
Yeah, you guys let me know. I'm in to do that podcast whenever. So if you want to do a 2026 edition, episode 2, I'm down. Let me know.
This clip came from our weekly live stream. Join us live every Wednesday for the full show.